Coachy, the sun is out, and looking at the situation here, the boys look relaxed, irrespective of the results of the previous two games. I think you can give us the breakdown of what to expect on the weekend.
Yeah, having 72 hours to prepare for this game, it's a concern in terms of playing last night, driving back after the game, and then coming here to training. I think the most important thing for us at this moment is to recover from that game, nurse the injuries, and then also see who's available. We're facing a Stellenbosch team that currently is on form. They're playing at home as well. I think it makes them favourites for the game. But for us, after we've assessed everybody, I think we'll come up with the game plan that will take us to the final, irrespective of us being underdogs.
I hear you talking about the final already, Coach. Is it something that you avoid doing when you talk to the players? Are you the coach that says to them, we are already looking towards the final, or are you saying one game at a time?
That's one game at a time for us. With our league preparations and going about with our league as well, we can't think too far ahead. In between the semi-final and the final, we also still have two league games, and that's for our top 8 as well. So what I can say at this stage, the club is in a good space in terms of challenging for a lot of things, in terms of the Nedbank Cup, in terms of the top 8 as well. So it's a mood of excitement, it's a mood of happiness as well. But in all honesty, we have some tired bodies that we'll have to get ready for this weekend.
Coach, your defense is quite slow. Think they can handle Iki, Titus, Indieta? We've
faced some fast, some quick players as well. I think the maturity and the experience knows that, with speed you need space to work, and if you deny them the spaces, of course, something else needs to happen. We got quite an experience pairing of centre backs. We have the national team number 1 right back in the defence as well. So even the goalkeepers are already international. So I think we can handle them. I have confidence in our defence as well. And at the end of the day, they are home, so it's about shutting them out. But I'm fairly confident that we will create chances against them, and it's about taking the chances when it comes in the game.
And Coach, you're one of the most honest coaches in the league, which is, I think, is a good thing. One of the players here, Abednego Msiatlapa, is a former Bafana, played Kosafa, leading goal scorer in the NFD a couple of years ago, but hasn't really played a lot. Of course, is it injuries really? Is it that? What exactly has been the Achilles heel for him not to play as much as he would have liked?
Yes, Abednego has picked up a knock here and there at crucial times when he really look like he's coming into that lineup. He's going to contribute and add value. Case in point, which he does. But getting into the front line, Ohiso has been, Letswalo has been as well a good source of goals, and also the Makwana boy that is coming alive now, and everybody taking notice of him as well. So getting into the front line, it's not about the attack; it's about the contribution to the overall team as well. In terms of the shift you put in as well. Abednego, he still has value. Mr. Mendes on training, good attitude as well. So it's about taking the opportunity when it comes.
Coach, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you worked with Saleng briefly, and you worked with Sekhukhune, also at Chiefs. Makwana is a similar player. Do you think he can stand up to their level or even better?
Yeah, the boy has so much potential, talent as well. I think that must be nurtured properly. When I came in, he was nowhere in the reckoning. We saw it. Obviously, we have to get a game plan and a playing style that will aid all their talent and potential, and then manage it as well. Definitely, I believe we will in the next 2 or 3 seasons, he will be one of the bigger players in the league.
Coach, how advantageous it is to have such a big squad in the club, considering that winning the Nedbank Cup also gives you a chance to play in Africa Competitions Cup, and having so many experienced players. How the advantage going to?
Yeah, Africa is another kettle of fish. It's a different, altogether different mindset in terms of competing in Africa and competing here as well. That's where the big squads come in. Currently now we have inflated squad. Now we also have some players on loan out. So it's about having the correct players and finding the right balance for next season. I think that's the mindset also now. Everybody is mindful of the fact that the season is closing, and they have to put their best foot forward to have a place in the squad for next season.
And Coach, I'm off. Okay.
Coach, I mean, you talked about, my colleague talked about you having a huge squad. You have experienced players such as your Cardoso, your Villa. They have a Nedbank Cup experience and other cup competitions. What are you expecting from them ahead of this Nedbank Cup, specifically them, bearing in mind that they have been in this journey before, more than other players that are there in Sekhukhune?
Yeah, that's the edge we have at the moment, I feel, in terms of the more experienced players having been here and done it before as well. And that experience is absolutely invaluable for us in terms of the Stellies game with the youngsters experiencing this for the first time, and also the occasion as well. I think having that type of players in terms of Cardoso, Villa, Edie, guys who've been there and won it and played at a high level at big clubs, they will manage the occasion a bit better.
Coach, this season you've come through and already you've reached the semi-final of the Nedbank Cup. Would you say this actually tells you that you've done well for this season, or maybe still looking forward to advancing a bit further on the table, or winning the Nedbank Cup will top it off and cap it off for you?
Yeah, no. As much as there's all these occasions, it's all what ifs. It's all maybes. So we will have to be mindful that we are competing and we're trying to get to the final for the first time. We're trying to qualify for the top 8 for the first time as well. We might be going into Africa, so it argues it's for a coach it's doing well in terms of keeping the players focused. We still have a lot to play for, irrespective if there's 3 or 4 games left for us. We have to be professional and grind out every day, come to training and get on with it, while other people is thinking about holiday and finishing off these seasons. We have to think about working and achieving our objectives.
And Coach, just last one. When you come to training, wake up in the morning and do you lick your lips in regards to the talent that you've got here individually, and do you think that possibly they've underachieved? I mean, you've got some beautiful players here with the bullet feet.
Yeah, but the thing is, the underlying principles in terms of our playing style. There are some players, and you'll find it all over in South Africa, all the clubs in Europe and all over the world. We will have talented players, but because of the playing style of the team, that talented player might not fit into it. I can make you an example of Ronaldo at Manchester United. He didn't fit into the coach's plan, and he's one of the best players in the world. And that's what we have to manage here, finding a correct playing style and a playing model to accommodate all this talent that I have.
Coach, my colleague just mentioned how honest you are. I just want to find out how would you compliment
Coach Brakis, tell them how you like your dog there.
Coach Steve Barker, Saturday, all the work is done using the academy graduates. Almost at the beginning of the season, it seemed like they were going to fight relegation, but they've improved with a couple of additions there and there. How would you compliment him with the work he's done so far?
No, I have to give my compliments to Steve. I think what he's doing is good for South African football. Not many clubs give youngsters a chance, especially with the amount of talent and the amount of players that is in his squad and in his first 11 as well, that came through the academy. I think all clubs should take a leaf out of Stellenbosch books. Stevie Bark has been a coach, has been around the block. One of the coaches I looked up to coming through the ranks as well. So it's good going up against him. In that regard, look, that makes him favourites as well, with his experience, with the talent and potential that is there as well, and the home ground advantage. For us, we are underdogs, and we'll draw confidence from the fact that we have beaten them in the league at home in Cape Town. So but I think it will be an open game.